Good evening everyone, and a very warm welcome to another episode of Microsoft Flights in 2024. So today we are here at Gatwick Airport doing a short flight over to Edinburgh. First of all, apologies for not doing any flights in the last month or so, just been really busy unfortunately. You may notice obviously the channel has changed a little bit over the last month or so. Just been playing about. Unfortunately, we've had to strip back some of the features that we did have included in the live display that you can see on the top bar there, just due to some performance issues. And you'll also notice tonight we are not using GSX. For some reason GSX is causing the sim to crash, and I'm not too sure. So we are live on the VATSIM network. We have got Tower currently online, and we are also using the new version of Navigraph charts as well. So hopefully we can enjoy them throughout the flight. Evening Leonardo, how are you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Been watching some of your videos, to be fair. So as you can see, we're in the Airbus A319 CFM variant of aircraft. Expecting runway 08 right for departure, London 1 Zulu departure. Initial climb is going to be 6,000 feet. I'm expecting input 1 Echo arrival, runway 24. Like I said, we're not using GSX this evening. I'd love to use GSX if GSX wanted to work, but unfortunately GSX is not working. So then guys, let's get everything all set up and ready for our departure. I'm hoping that we don't have any crashes, and there's also been an update to our overhead as well, so all the buttons are now fully functional and working as well. We have got the IRSs already in alignment mode. As you can see, we actually have the ground control that works now. It says, there you go. One thing we do need to do is hide the cursor because it drives me potty on here. Let's get tuned into the latest tower frequency 124230 so we can hear a bit about what's going on. Unfortunately, there's not really been any changes to the sim particularly, apart from loads of drivers being outdated. That's about the only thing that's changed with the sim.
Bangkok, Oddvic 2 Zulu departure, score 5426.
So let's look at getting the MCD all set up for our departure.
Bangkok on the Oddvic 2 Zulu departure, score 5426, too bad, 2231.
2231, read back correct, QNH 1020.
So we should have cost index today 24, flight level 240.
043, say again please.
With 143, standard missed approach.
Roger, 043.
Got a tower wind of 7 knots this evening.
2611 on stand 55.
Flight time should be around an hour, hopefully. What we'll do is we'll jump down here and we'll get everything all rocking.
Lufthansa 2611, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Cleared to Bremen, Frame 1 Zulu departure, squawk 5233.
So we're on standard number 15
Cleared to Bremen
here today.
Frame 1 Zulu departure, squawk 5233, Lufthansa 2611.
Lufthansa 2611, read back correct.
Just trying to get a lot of light in.
EG97 Bravo Zulu, welcome to Gatwick. Taxi left Juliet, right Quebec, hold short Lima.
You're sitting in a front row seat or an emergency exit row. The floor area around your seat must be completely.
So we've got 105 passengers today. Bags are all on board, and fuel is all on board as well.
Keep the aisle clear for all.
Bida 2231, stand 17, push and start approved, face west.
As a reminder,
Oh, nice one. You'll change your flying completely, Leonardo, to be honest, mate. It'll change everything. You'll enjoy it. So I'm hoping that it's not going to go too badly tonight. We'll see how we go. Hopefully say hi in the chat, guys. We're not streaming on TikTok. That's due to the fact that dual streaming for some reason is really affecting my PC, and I think it's probably related to these new graphics. So we've defaulted just to YouTube this evening.
Cleared to Destination Osvic to Zulu departure. Then
Hopefully the sounds and everything are all good.
311 to Dover, Delta Victor Romeo. Then as filed, squawk 7575.
So we're going to use the built-in pushback feature to the Phoenix, and then hopefully we'll get all that sorted for our next flight.
And then squawk 757.
Don't know if anyone has downloaded the beta, what your thoughts of it are. I haven't used it yet, but obviously we're not going to have any passengers on board today. That is because obviously GSX is not installed.
Finish 1020
Was there 143? Yeah, you disconnected, so I'll be back to Unicom on 122.8. Call me when fully established on the ILS 08 right.
So you got 1 more minute until IRSs are in alignment.
Easy 13 Fox.
We've got ourselves pushed back from stand.
Runway 08 right, continue approach number 1. Easy 97 Bravo Zulu, continue taxi.
So I'm going to have a go at using the new
Quebec Alpha, stand 564.
new clearance thing about. See how we go. So let's have a quick chat with Tower, and then we will go from there. One thing we haven't done actually is plan the actual flight. Might have to actually put the flight plan in. 08 right until I've not been on air for a while. Onboard 1 Zulu.
Stanza 2611.
24.
After the EasyJet A320 Neo passes from your right to left, stand 555, push start through face south.
After EasyJet aircraft passing from
Oh, that's a shame, buddy. That's a shame.
Pushback approved facing south on
I'm hoping that maybe getting a new GPU at some point in the near future. I think we're going to need it to run all these new graphics and things. As long as the sim performs alright, that's the main thing. So then, let's get our pushback clearance. Well, clearance, should I say? Not pushback clearance, let's get a clearance for a start. Gatwick Tower Shuttle 97 Tango with you on stand 15 Airbus A319 requesting IFR to Edinburgh.
Shuttle 97 Tango Gatwick Tower, good evening. Clear to Edinburgh. Lambourne 1 Zulu departure, squawk 7576.
Clear to Edinburgh, Lambourne 1 Zulu departure, squawking 7576, Shuttle 97 Tango.
Shuttle 97 Tango, read back correct, QNH 1020.
1020, Shuttle 97 Tango.
2231, taxi to holding point.
So we have actually lowered our graphic settings a little bit in Sim as well. So normally I run at 1440p, but because of the issues we reduced it to 1080p for the time being. To be honest, not a huge amount of difference at the minute, but we'll see how we go. So let's get the APU started. And okay, so let's push back from stand. So cockpit preparation, gear pins and covers removed, fuel quantity 4.9 tons, seat button, ideas are set to nav. IRSs are nav. Paragraph 1020.
If you're sitting in a front row seat or in an emergency exit row, the floor area around your seat must be completely clear for takeoff. Once your hand baggage is safely stowed, please make yourself comfortable and keep the aisle clear for all remaining customers.
So we will get the pushback tool connected, and I've not done this in so long. Hopefully it should be under here.
Not permitted at any time whilst on board. This does include the toilets which are fitted with smoke detectors. Once again, thank you and a very warm welcome on board this British Airways flight this evening.
Aircraft's loaded. That's interesting. Why is APU bleed not playing tonight? Disconnect external power. So we've managed to fix one thing, but it looks like... that's not good. How's that happened? Oh, EP gen. Don't know why that just happened.
Easy 13 Foxtrot Whiskey, taxi and hold short Juliet, contact ground 121.805, bye bye.
Taxi, hold short Juliet, ground 121.805, C13 Foxtrot Whiskey, cheers, bye bye.
That's a very strange thing to happen.
With Air 143 Gatwick Tower, hello, runway 08 right, continue approach, recommend maintain speed 170 knots till 4 DME.
Gatwick Tower shuttle 97 Tango is ready for pushback stand 15.
Shuttle 97 Tango, roger, Gatwick ground now online, contact them for the push 121.805.
At ground 12180 speak a bit. Gatwick ground shuttle 97 Tango is ready for push to start at stand 15. Oh, please don't let that out. Start facing west, shuttle 97 Tango. So we are clear to push. We are hoping that nothing goes bad. What we may do is we may decide to do a sim reinstall, the fact that it's been so long since. So then, let's push. And
Gatwick ground, Lufthansa 2611, ready for taxi.
engine master 1 start.
Welcome on board, everyone. All customers have now boarded, and we're about to brief you on the safety procedures of this Airbus A319. We ask that you remove your personal headphones until the end of the briefing.
So the overhead's obviously not completely sorted yet.
May be used during the flight as long as they are in flight safe mode. Unfortunately, Wi-Fi services will not be available on our flight today. Please complete any emails or messages you wish to send now before putting your devices in flight safe mode. Use handheld devices such as mobile phones, tablets and e-readers during takeoff and landing. You may also use personal...
Shows you how much you rely on GSX.
Lufthansa 2611, ready for taxi.
Laptops must be switched off and stowed away safely.
Lufthansa 2611, roger, taxi back out for Lima, Romeo, Juliet, hold Juliet 1.
Taxi via Quebec Alpha, Lima, Romeo, Juliet, and hold short.
Engine 1's available, starting 2.
Lufthansa 2611.
Please study the safety card in your seat area, as this includes important safety information specific to this aircraft type, such as brace position and the location and operation of the doors. In the event of an emergency, low-level lighting will guide you to an exit.
Because the GSX keeps causing my sim to crash to the desktop. That's the reason why we're not using it this evening. I wish we were using it. There we go. But because we haven't done a stream for so long, I didn't really want to cancel it, so we've downgraded the graphics settings a little bit. And sort of gone from there. Performance is still a lot better if having add-ons any day of the week. So it's going to be a long taxi out today, because we're expecting 08 right for departure.
Easy 13 Foxtrot Whiskey,
If the cabin air supply fails,
Aircraft on 48, we're happy to move over to 47 on 47 right if that works for you.
Engine master 2 start.
face mask, this should be removed before putting on an oxygen mask. Stay in your seat and
Like I said, I'm not sure what's going on with the overhead. That's playing games now, so I'll go from there. After start. Anti-ice not required, you can set this checked pitch trim. 0.7. Oh. Rudder trim neutral.
Your life jacket is underneath or beside your seat. If required, remove the jacket from its container and pull it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow to the side.
Like I said, I'll probably do a complete reinstall tomorrow of everything and see what's gone on. It's probably just some corruption somewhere.
There is a whistle and a light for attracting attention. Do not inflate your life jackets until you are outside the aircraft. Any personal
Ground shot 97 Tango, ready for taxi.
this feature enabled now. Handheld devices must be held securely or placed into a pocket. Larger devices, including laptops, must be switched off and stowed in your luggage for takeoff and landing.
We'll just wait to try and get
Device does not get lost within
taxi clearance and then we'll get going.
Please don't move it and let one of your cabin crew know. Devices must be switched off and disconnected from any seat power sockets when not being used in flight. Please ensure your hand baggage does not block the aisles or exits. It must be put
Gatwick Ground Shuttle 97 Tango, ready for taxi.
in a locker. Do place items into the locker carefully as they may fall out and injure someone.
Interesting.
In the event of an evacuation, you must move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. Please now ensure that your seat is in the upright and takeoff position with the armrest down and your tray table is folded away. Window blinds must now be in the open position in preparation for takeoff.
Easy 73 after Gatwick Ground.
Cigarettes, vaping and the use of other smoking devices is not permitted at any time whilst on board. This includes the toilet switch off fitted with smoke detectors.
See what's going on there.
If you have any questions, please ask a member of your cabin crew. Thank you very much for your attention.
And Gatwick Ground radio check.
Dimming the cabin lighting for
Fine.
takeoff. This is normal procedure for flights. If
And
you
Wizz Air 143, you want free
require any additional lighting, please use
Easy 143, hello.
Wizz Air 143, perfect. Taxi straight ahead Papa for right right Juliet, stand 16.
Taxi on Papa, then Juliet and then to stand 16.
Easy 73 Alpha, good evening, flight left 320 Alpha, clearance to Delta.
So give it a second. And we'll...
723 Alpha, roger. You're cleared to Belfast, the Lambourne 1 Zulu, runway 0 right, squawk 271.
Don't know who else has joined us this evening. Feel free to say hi in the chat.
Here's Belfast, Lambourne 1 Zulu, SWAT 271, so Easy 73 Alpha.
Is that correct? Break. Lufthansa 2611, contact Gatwick Tower 124 decimal. Cool, 123 decimal. I can put the frequency, but contact Gatwick Tower.
Contacting tower 124.230. Lufthansa 2611.
Ground short 97 Tango is ready for taxi.
Shuttle 97 Tango, thank you. Taxi Kilo Romeo Juliet, hold up point Juliet 1.
Kilo Romeo Juliet, hold on Juliet 1, short 97 Tango. Be released.
cabin crew seats for takeoff.
Gatwick Ground and Lewis, King Alpha clearance to Manchester. So we have information Juliet on our Airbus A319 at stand 555, Easy 1532.
Cameron at door 1 left. Cabin
Easy 153.
Wonderful, thank you.
Roger, standby number 1.
Quick check for Shazura. So guys, it's probably not going to be one of the best streams that we've done for a while, but we'll soon get back into it all again.
Please, can you confirm it was stand 16?
And I don't know why you can't see
Wizz Air
everything,
143,
bear with me.
Taking a wrong turn there. So if you can taxi second left.
That should be better for you guys, you can
left
see
again,
what we're doing then.
and then you come back around and then you can take the left on Papa and then back over the middle.
So down to Kilo and Juliet onto Romeo, so pretty much straight ahead for the time being. Nothing on the right, nothing on the left. Says me right for doing loads of updates without actually checking everything. Taxi checklist, flag controls. We'll say they're checked, we haven't actually checked them. Flap setting, config 1% radar, predictive wind shear system, on and auto, ECAM, MMO, takeoff no blue.
KLM 212, get a ground, good afternoon. Just confirm your aircraft type and staff member.
So straight over this one and then next left onto Romeo. And hold on Juliet 1.
Aircraft type A320, stand number 107.
Nothing on the right.
KLM 212, roger. You cleared to Jersey, it's the Inver 1 Zulu departure. Runway 08 right, squawk 7604.
Clear to Jersey, Info 1 Zulu departure, taxi runway 08 right, squawk 7604, KLM 212.
Be back, correct?
Easy 437, Honcho Juliet.
Easy 437, welcome to Gatwick, take the first left Juliet, right, Quebec, Lima, Quebec Alpha, stand 553, good night.
Juliet, Quebec, Quebec Lima, Quebec Alpha, and stand 553, easy 437, good night, thanks.
So we get passed over the tower very shortly. And there's no ATC after departure by the look of things.
And shuttle 97 Tango, you can contact Gatwick Tower 124.230, good night.
Over to tower 124.230, shot 9, send that goodbye.
Wait.
Be available over to you. 122.8, bye bye.
Swing over to the Unicom Lufthansa 2611, see you.
Gatwick Tower, hello again, shot 97 Tango's with you on Julia.
Shot 97 Tango, Gatwick Tower, hello again. Are you able to accept Golf 1 for departure?
A-firm, shot 97 Tango.
Shot 97 Tango, lovely. Taxi, Juliet and Golf, hold Golf 1.
Juliet Golf, hold Golf 1, shot 97 Tango. So we need to do some quick adjustment with so just confirm takeoff speeds. 132, 132, 136, flex of 80. So it's next left here, and we can take. Straight across the Gulf.
With Air 64, taxi and hold short of Juliet, contact ground 121.805, bye bye.
Taxiing, holding short of Juliet, switching to 121.805, with Air 64, thank you, bye bye.
Shot 97 Tango via Golf 1, line up runway 08 right.
Line up 08 right, shot 97 Tango. So, all good and ready. So, line of checklist, please. Take it from a confirm 08 right Golf 1. Config 1 F takeoffs TARA. Max 1 and 2 both off. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, Patrick.
Tower top 646 Tango Whiskey on ILS 08 right.
Dutch West 46 Tango Whiskey, Gatwick Tower, hello, runway 08 right, continue approach, number 1.
Continue approach number 1, top Swiss 46 Tango Whiskey.
Shuttle 97 Tango, surface wind 070 degrees at 5 knots, runway 08 right, clear takeoff.
But takeoff 0 right, short 97 Tango. Thrust 50%. Takeoff. Man flex 80 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Thrust set. 100 knots. P1. Rotate. Positive climb, gear up. Nav. Traffic TCAS.
Shuttle 97 Tango, no further ATC available, over to Unicorn 122.8, bye bye.
Over to Unicorn 122.8, short 97 Tango right. Thrust climb. I can't see any traffic in sight.
46 Tango Whiskey, surface wind 070 degrees at 5 knots, runway 08 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, top Swiss 46 Tango Whiskey.
I think it's picking ourselves up. Flap 0 speed, check flap 0. Certainly no one else here, it's just us. Outstar. AP1. Still got a traffic issue. Yes, Leonardo, pretty much fully. So we're gonna go traffic short 97 Tango, climb a flight level 240, inbound Lambourne. Not sure why we've got a TCAS warning. Not sure quite what's going on there, because there's no one, it's literally us that is picking up. Standard pressure. So guys, apologies this stream isn't as good as it normally is. Not quite sure what's going on today. Everything seems to be broken. So the reason why it says Mantoga is because you've probably not gone to the flex setting, you've probably gone to the toga setting. So if I go toga now, it should give you a Mantoga. If you come back one notch, that's MCT, which is maximum continuous thrust, and then one further back from that is the climb or flex setting. So presuming you've done that, and you must have a flex temperature in the flight plan as well. So we need to try and find the switch for this to pull it, because TCAS clearly has a fault with it. The only thing I've got is high brake temperature and the faults option, but see if we can find anything TCAS related on here. See if we can kill it. Probably not going to find anything on it. If anything, it's probably going to be above our head. As any of you guys can see it, but I cannot, definitely not see it. So, landing lights off, and we can release the cabin. Here's the only thing we could try and do is turn the whole system off. I'll turn it back on again, see. Nope, still there. It's picking ourselves up, which is a little bit annoying. Now here we are, overhead London. So I'm not sure quite what's going on with the whole TCAS situation. Clearly there's something wrong with it. I'm just trying to see if there's anything up on the top here for anything TCAS related. Oxygen, lightings, communications. That's all. So I cannot find anything TCAS related on here, other than turning it off. So we'll have a look over at Edinburgh, see what's going on up there, if we have got any ATC or not. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. At the moment we have Edinburgh radar online, so hopefully that still stays online for us. Only thing I can think of doing is maybe putting a failure in. I don't know if we have any such thing as a TCAS failure, but we can give it a shot. TCAS, there we go. Okay, so we've got a TCAS fault, which we can clear. And that should have fixed the TCAS issue. With a bit of luck. So then, I'm guessing you quite like the new view then, Leonardo, mate, with the new top bar. I quite like it, to be fair, though this top bar is not as nice looking as it did earlier on today. Unfortunately I've had to remove some of the elements from it, because it was causing some well, I thought that's what was causing the performance issues, because that's the only thing I've added extra really, but it turns out it's not that at all. It's pretty much everything else. So we're already at our cruise level. So it's not a very long flight. We should be on the ground at 20:25, so not long at all, really. Yeah, I quite like it, to be fair. Hence the reason why I changed it. But no, it's pretty good. Unfortunately, obviously, the fact we can't stream in dual input from dual output for TikTok and YouTube at the same time. That's a shame. But to be honest, I prefer actually streaming to YouTube. Much prefer it. Less to go wrong with it. But like I say, guys, what we'll probably do is, chances are we'll probably end up doing a wipe of everything and then trying again. We are in need of a new GPU, to be fair. This 12GB one does do a reasonable job, but it's not very good in terms of things like streaming as well. And I think that's probably some of it. I think we're using probably more performance now than we were. But all I care at the minute is that everything's stable and running okay. So one thing we can do in the meantime is start having a look at the weather in Edinburgh. So we can request a cheeky little ATIS. Get the right airport code, that is. I'm not on a laptop at all. I run it from a desktop PC. So latest ATIS for lovely Edinburgh is information Quebec. I'm gonna just scribble this into here. Well, to be fair, let's have a go at using the new feature over on Navigraph. So current information is Quebec, we said. Well, it scared the life out of me, that did. I think this is probably going to be better on a tablet, to be fair, but anyway, information is currently Quebec. Runway 24 in use, transition level 70. Temperature 9 degrees and the QNH 1018. And we said the wind is 240 at 7 knots. So if we head over into the performance, and just drop that in here, QNH 1018. 9 degrees Celsius. Wind is currently 240 at 7 knots. And the go around altitude for runway 24 is digit of 106 radio. And there we are. Yes, it is, buddy. It is, yeah. It's a fairly big case, to be honest. Never really shown much of the desktop PC, but yeah, I did used to run on a laptop a long while ago. Just allows for better hardware, with it being a desktop PC, and it's cheaper as well. Definitely a lot cheaper than a laptop, for the sort of same specs laptop anyway. Obviously, it's FS weekend this weekend as well over in Amsterdam. Friday and Saturday. So chances are VATSIM ATC is going to be really good over the weekend. So if you want to fly, that's probably a good time to fly. But I'm hearing really good things about the performance on this new beta as well. Reduced memory leakage. And I'm hoping by early next week we're probably going to hear a little bit more about the radio panel from Wind Control as well, which will be very, very nice to see. I'm not sure what's going on with JavaSim, to be quite honest with you. I've not heard any more about my package at all from them with regards to the pedestal, and to be honest, I've not been that impressed with the last couple of software updates for JS Connect. As you can see tonight, there's a couple of features that aren't working. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and revert back to the previous version. Most things seem to work, but there's obviously a bit of an issue with one or two of them. It could just be the fact that I've restarted the sim like 100 times. But we'll get everything we need to onto a memory stick. Let's see, we're in the cruise level now. Pretty much what's to be expected. Does it say something along the lines of that? So when you put the QNH in, does it say something like a? I'm trying to think what the error code is, but it says like a mismatch between both of them. If so, I know the reason why that happens. It's because of this bad boy. So if you go into the Phoenix settings on here, sim settings, and you go to, let me find the right setting for you. You will see in a minute. I'm determined I'm going to find it. Where is it? I can't even find it now. Here you go. EFIS barrow control, that's what you're looking for. So what you need to do is make sure that says linked. So as standard it will come as independent. So if you do linked, it will link all three of the barrows. So as you can see here, if we come out of standard, you'll see it will change all of mine. And I'd hazard a guess that is probably the issue you're experiencing. So overhead Leicester, well Leicester's just in the distance there. Means Eastman's Airport's not too far away. So I'm hoping that we have a reasonable landing. Bear in mind we've not flown this aircraft in so long. Have you ordered a new laptop then, Leonardo, or you just got yours fixed? And those of you watching, I don't know how many of you are on at the moment, but one of the GPUs that I'm looking at the moment is an AMD GPU, which ideally I'd prefer to stay with a NVIDIA GPU, but to be honest with you, like the price difference is crazy for an NVIDIA GPU. So for what I would probably need, I'd probably need the 5090 or something thereabouts. Which is a 32GB card, granted. I have considered the 5060 Ti, but obviously the RAM usage is better on it. Yeah, I'm not sure what graphics card to go with, to be honest. I'm really considering the 7900 XTX. They are quite hard to get hold of, mainly because they're obviously fairly old now. But we have also been considering the 7900 XT as well, which is a 20GB graphics card, which is much better than the 12GB one we have here. That is something we are considering, but we'll see how that all goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to 0.77 Mach, just to increase our... Yeah, definitely. I've not upgraded any hardware in this PC for at least a couple of years now, I think. Whether we'd benefit from a slightly better processor as well. But there we go. I don't know if anyone else has had any issues with GSX. I'm just going to actually Google it now. So around a month ago, everyone's saying about crash to desktops, and I've not flown the sim for about a month, so that's probably the cause of it. I hope you're enjoying the new camera views as well. Hey Gareth, how we doing, mate? Yes, pretty much done, mate. Pretty much. It's written anyway. It's not submitted yet. It's submitted at the end of April, so I've got a little bit of time yet. But just, you know, it's just tinkering with wording and things. That's pretty much where we're at the minute. Hence the reason why I've got a little bit of time on my hands this evening. But to be honest with you, I kind of wish I did set this stream up tonight, because it's been a nightmare. Have you been on the sim recently at all, Gareth? Because I've not been on for like a month. So obviously when I restarted, when I turned the PC on, there was like graphics drivers that needed updating. Obviously the nav databases are all out of date, and just things like that, to be fair. And GSX needed updating, and then I updated GSX, and then it's caused pretty much everything to stop working. So it was pretty much crashing every time that I went on it. And also I'm having a very weird issue with the Phoenix tonight with the TCAS. So I've actually caused a failure on the TCAS to stop it doing it, but it's basically saying there's an aircraft underneath me constantly when there's not, which is a little bit weird. So what I've done is I've just completely uninstalled GSX, and then since then it's been okay, but I have had to turn the graphics quality down a little bit. I don't know if it's that obvious from you guys that are only in 1080p, which is not ideal. I'm so used to running at Quad HD, but to be honest, it's not hugely different. Well, I don't feel like it's hugely different. I have updated the Phoenix though, that's the weird thing. I did update the Phoenix like earlier on today, so I wonder if there's a little bit of file corruption going on or something along them lines. They've had that before. Are you signed up to the beta as well? Beta of Flight Sim? Because I've heard that the new beta is a lot better. I'm obviously not running that at the minute, just running the standard version. but it's not too bad. As you notice, we've had a bit of a change around with the top bar. There should be loads more information on it. So earlier on today we had literally the cruise, our altitude, our heading and our speed all along that top bar as well. But unfortunately it's not playing ball, and I don't know why it's not playing ball. Yeah, I'm still on Sim Update 4, but I've heard really good things about Sim Update 5. What graphics card have you got, Gareth, out of interest? Because I think what's happened, and the reason why it's struggling more, is because obviously there's more graphics now on the actual stream. I think that's what's causing the issue. So it seemed to be a mixture of whenever I got GSX loaded, and then also whenever I got Streamlabs open, then it used to freeze. Hardware wise, all good, mate. Was an update for the Phoenix. For the Phoenix for my overhead, which I have done, but to be honest, it's fixed one thing and it's broke about 4 other things. So I don't know what's going on there. So I might just revert back to the previous version that's fairly stable, which is a little bit frustrating, to be honest. It's like when I turn the APU bleed off, it decides to turn APU gen off, which is really lovely when you're not on engine power or something. And you think it's an ND9070? Oh, is it the? Yes, I do know which card you're on about. I think I know exactly which one you're on about. 9070 XT, I think it is, isn't it, or something along them lines. Because I'll be honest, things are starting to struggle a little bit more these days, which I don't know. It could just be add-ons. It could just be the fact that the PC has not been on in ages. Like, it seems fine now. The performance is absolutely lovely tonight, but it wasn't 10 minutes before the stream, unfortunately. Just the standard 16 gig RAM. Nice one. So I've been debating for quite a while whether to go with a 50. I'd love a 5090, I really would, but obviously the prices of that is absolutely mental. So what I have been considering is the 7900 XTX, which is an older card, but it's obviously got more VRAM and stuff. Yeah, they're so expensive, mate. What I mean, Leonardo, mate, is the 5090 series from NVIDIA graphics cards. That's pretty much the best graphics card you can get at the minute, I believe. Unless there's a new one that's come out that I'm not aware of. So yeah, I'm not sure about what we're gonna. Yeah, it's like I don't know how much they are at the minute. They shouldn't be as much as they actually are, but I think last time I checked, they're like just short of $3,000 or something stupid, aren't they? Do you know what's crazy? Someone that I work with actually is he's really into photography and like 4K graphic design and stuff, and he's actually purchased a PC that has a 5090 in it, and I was like, are you crazy? Absolutely crazy. In fairness, he says it is like he's not had a new PC for like, I think he said like 15 years or something. He said like it was absolutely mental, the amount of performance difference. Yeah, it's a crazy price. So I'm considering the switch to AMD, to a different graphics card, to be honest. I don't know how good they are though. That's the only thing that puts me off a little bit. Obviously, I know you run it, Gareth, and I guess do you find the performance is pretty good with it? I don't want to play it in 4K or anything. I would like to try in 1440p though, but it's more just for the multitasking and stuff. Oh, that's pretty cool, mate. It's pretty cool. Obviously, I run 3 screens, which is lovely, but can be a bit of a nightmare at the same time. It's lovely to actually fly with. Obviously, you guys only really see one screen, and mainly I just use this center screen. I use the one on the left, obviously, for the charts and stuff, which is just handy to refer to. If I really wanted to, I could probably change that to a tablet or something. Oh, I got a bit concerned then when the aircraft started turning. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on with the sim tonight, why it's playing up. It's always the way just before you start a really important stream or something, it messes up. So let's have a quick look. I think Edinburgh Radar is online. Oh, Edinburgh Radar is not online. It was online, which is a shame. Fair few aircraft on the ground here at Edinburgh as well. And obviously it's FS weekend as well in Amsterdam. And I think we're going to have a announcement from Wind Control over the next 24 to 48 hours. I've got that feeling in my waters that they're going to release a new product, which is really bad for my bank balance, to be honest. Yeah, fair dues, mate, fair dues. I think, like, push come to shove, I could get away with 2 screens, but the setup style is just quite nice. Just really, really nice for it. I could get away with 2 screens quite happily, to be honest. I think it depends how close you sit to it as well, because obviously I sit quite close to the main screen as well, so it provides that bit of immersion with it. I think if it'll be anything, it'll be the radio panel. That's got to be the next thing. I can't see possibly what they're going to bring out different. The only thing I can think of is, which is going to be a blow for the Airbus guys, is obviously they did announce the Boeing yoke, and that's been very, very quiet. So yeah, I'm hoping the radio panel will be the next thing on the list, because as much as I'm being sent this thing from Java Simulator, if I'm perfectly honest, my hopes are not very high at the minute. There's been really, really poor communication from them, particularly around updates and stuff, saying, oh, we'll get an update out to sort this tomorrow. Nothing's happened, which has upset me a little bit, because the actual product's fairly good. And I don't know if you've seen, Gareth, the Rosefire Pro version of the overhead that they're releasing. Yeah, the Java product, mate, the Java product. So yeah, I'm not, if I'm honest, I'm not feeling, I don't think I'm ever going to see this pedestal. Although saying that, they did release an update for the pedestal, so I don't really know what's going on with it. If it arrives and appears, it appears, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. If I'm honest, I think once Wind Control release an overhead, chances are we'll probably end up switching to that just to keep all the products the same brand, and just because they run really well. No, it's Leonardo, mate, take care. I will speak to you again soon. I don't know if it was previewed today, but I've seen it on Facebook a few days ago about it. And it looks very similar to this overhead, ironically. Very, very similar. So, we want to be flight level 200. I'm going to start with something a little bit early anyway. I was kind of hoping Edinburgh will be online tonight, but I bet they're all saving up for tomorrow. Oh, was there a preview released today? Was there any cost on it? The only thing I don't like about the, because I've been considering about the Rosefire, because they do like an all-in-one radio and stuff, which I thought, oh, that sounds like a really good idea. But a lot of it runs through Mobiflight. And like, as much as I don't mind a bit of Mobiflight, I feel like it probably should work a little bit better. I think it's the A107 Pro. There it is. But shown as sold out. I'm going to be out. That's what they've released today. It's very, very similar to this panel, to be honest. Very, very similar. I'd imagine someone will have it somewhere. I'd imagine they're probably previewing. There may be a preview of it tomorrow with FS weekend over in Amsterdam, being over the weekend. So we'll see how we go. I'm hoping that I don't need to buy a new GPU yet. I secretly want one, but they're just a bit pricey, aren't they? But yeah, I was considering a 7900 XT, or either an XT or an XTX, one of the two. I saw one on offer actually on Amazon. It was reduced. I can't remember how much it exactly was, but might have been the 9070 XT. I can't remember. That's it, the Gigabyte 9060 XT 16GB GPU is what I'd seen. Yeah, I have been considering the XTX as well. It's a little bit more money though. Well, I say a little bit, it's a lot more money. Then it's a 24GB card. That's the only thing that... Yeah, everything is really expensive at the minute. Anything PC related seems to be expensive. Apart from Wind Control, they're the only people that please me with price. But even then, I must say that the it has been more expensive recently, like the shipping and stuff. When my rudders came, and don't get me wrong, they're very, very good. The shipping was quite expensive on it, but I think that's down to the weight of the package, because I think they weigh like 10, 12 kg or something. They're fairly heavy. So we'll see what our landing skills are like tonight over at Edinburgh. There's not a huge... There's quite a bit of traffic on the ground. There's a couple of aircraft in front, but not a great deal going on, to be honest. What do you think to it, Gareth? Do you think it's pretty good? I love it, to be honest. I think it's really, really good, to be quite honest with you. Oh yeah, the MCDUMA is a game changer as well. To be honest, all the products are a game changer, bit by bit. Obviously, we pretty much have every product from them. But no, they are really good, to be fair. Can't really fault them. I do think that possibly we may need to consider, though, building a pedestal. That's the next thing that's going to be on the agenda. As much as I'd love a Skolaki pedestal just to buy outright, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. I haven't even used it yet, so... no, to be honest, I've not adjusted anything on them at all. I left them completely default, to be fair with you, Gareth. And it's really nice, to be honest. You know, like with the... I don't know what stick you had before, but I used to have the Thrustmaster one, and you just feel like you're fighting with it constantly. But this, it feels very, very precise. It certainly feels a lot different, but a lot nicer as well. Yes, I did leave the tension as it is. I'd not adjusted anything with that. I know some people have adjusted it. I just don't like. I don't really know what I'm doing with it, if I'm honest. So I've not fiddled with any of that. I have fiddled with the tension on the throttle though. I'm not sure if you have the throttle, do you, Gareth? I can't remember. There's a few different people saying they've got throttles and stuff now. It's hard to keep up. It can't be much longer until the Neo comes out either. Yeah, that's the thing. So this, it's just more dampened is probably how I'd describe it. Nicely dampened. So we are inbound to Tartan shortly. So once we get to IMREV, want to send the flight level 70. Oh, you still got the thrust marks. Probably just keep that fair dues. Evening, Andreas. How are you doing, mate? Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you on here before. If you are gonna, if my honest opinion, Gareth, was about whether you consider, if you were going to buy the MCDU, I know there is a price difference in it, I would say get the throttle. It's a game changer, mate. Absolute game changer. I kind of thought, it can't be that much different, but it just feels so nice, so well built as well. And hopefully we will get the flight sim working a bit more efficiently as well. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what's going on with the sim at the minute, why it's playing up. Like I say, I think it's a GSX thing. It's a shame because I absolutely love using GSX. Yep, Andreas, Lufthansa. Oh, cool. Frankfurt to Athens. Frankfurt's somewhere we do fly, but not very often, I must admit. Oh, I'm good at making you spend money. I'm just as bad at spending it myself, mate, to be honest. I have been good, actually, for the last couple of months. Since I got the rudders in January, I have been good. I've not bought anything else. I can't remember what. I can't remember what panels you have at the minute, Gareth. To be fair, it's been, obviously you've not really been on much recently, so it's hard to keep up. Yeah, I think that might be what the issue is. So I updated GSX today, and it's after that when I started getting issues. So I think that was the issue with it, to be honest. What's my thought on the rudders? Very, very good, mate. Very well built. I did adjust the tension with them. Right, let's reduce our flight level to 70. Yeah, they're really good, mate, to be honest. It's really nice. They're very, very accurate as well. Very smooth. It does take a bit of getting used to with actually putting your feet on the pedals, though, if I'm honest, and putting your feet actually on the brakes. They're a lot wider as well, so that's another thing to consider if you are going to buy them. Like, they only just fit on my rig, to be honest. You've only got the FMC. When you say the FMC, I'm guessing you mean you've got the FCU, do you mean? Sorry. Yeah. I would say I'd consider head tracking, but I don't think my computer could take any more add-ons, to be honest. I bet it is quite cool, though. It is something that I wish we did have. I think if it was spread, if I had a bigger screen spread across a wider sort of area, it'd work a lot better. Edinburgh traffic shuttle 97 Tango is inbound Tartan, reducing to flight level 70. Yeah, fair dues. I guess it depends on what you want. Like I've had setups like that for a while, for a long while. Obviously, I've been on flight sim for years, on and off. Ideally, what I'd really love, really love, is if I won the lottery, I would definitely just buy. I wouldn't even buy a dual cockpit one, to be honest. I'd just buy a single-seated cockpit from like Skolarki or something. They're about 20k, I think they are, something like that. They are really good products. So let's get the cabin secure for landing. We'll have that. You know, I do like the overhead and stuff. It is a really good product. It's just what I wish about the actual product is really well built. What I'm not a big fan of is the software behind it. If I'm honest, just because like I just feel like they've been fobbing me off for a little bit with saying, "Oh, we get this fixed, get that fixed," and they fixed one thing, but then broke like 3 others. Gotta be realistic though, Gareth. I would love to. My end sort of goal alongside work would be to have a unit, buy a unit, and have a full motion simulator. Well, maybe not even motion to be, but have a full size sort of sim. But for like commercial, like fun. Well, I say commercial use, but it's like the experience days and stuff. So let's see how we get on. So after Tartar, we'll just go direct to the next waypoint. So to intercept the ILS, we need to be at 3,000 feet. So just bring a little touch of spoilers out, just to try and bring the speed down a touch. Heading to get your hair cut? Whereabouts are you at the minute? Well, it's night time. Unless you do something differently on Ireland that I think of. Cheers buddy, hopefully we have a nice landing, and I hope to get the sim working a lot more efficiently in the next few days. Unfortunately I'm back at work tomorrow night.
At the moment, traffic, Alpine 51, Foxtrot Tango, taxi, putting point runway.
Oh, fair dues. Just seems a bit late to me for getting haircuts. So, 7,000 feet, landing lights on.
Edinburgh traffic, EV311, departure runway 24, the other tower, 6, Charlie departure.
Cabin crew seats for landing.
So I'm going to try bringing the speed back a touch. It's about 230 or so. So we've got the field in sight. Over to the left hand side there, we've got an aircraft just departing at the moment. There's nothing in front of us at the moment. No, there are a couple of aircraft taxiing to the runway at the moment. So, auto brake low for landing. QNH 1018. That's 3 AP1 AP2. Approach checklist, Sparrow 1018 Seabaton, no. Minimum of 108 radio. Auto brake low and zero select to norm. Edinburgh traffic shuttle 97 Tango turning onto finals at runway 24. Check flaps 1 please. Lockstar, Glasgow Star. Speed 180. Speed check flaps 2. There's the runway in sight. That's 2. Edinburgh traffic shuttle 97 Tango established on the ILS, currently 15 track miles. So I'd imagine he'll depart before us. So 160 now till 4. And gear down. Hey buddy. Flaps 3. And flaps 4. $2,500.
$2,500.
Not sure what's going on with this other aircraft, whether he's landing checklist, go around down to 3,000 feet, landing no blue. Manage speed. And Edinburgh traffic shuttle 97 Tango short, finals runway 24. And manual flight. That one.
1000.
Checked. Land.
Flight slow.
100 above.
Checked.
Flight slow.
Minimum.
Continue.
50. 30. 20. Retard.
Ground spoilers. Reverse screen. Brake.
Audible traffic
Medium
containment
diesel.
for 1 Foxtrot Tango, line up and wait, runway 24.
Oh, that was a rough road land. Manual braking. Edinburgh traffic shuttle 97 Tango vacated at Bravo. Edinburgh ground's just come online, 121755. Let's make a left hand turn here, we'll come to a stop. After landing, radar predictive wind shear system off after line complete. Edinburgh ground shuttle 97 Tango is with you on Bravo.
Very warm welcome to our destination. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. Once it's safe to leave your seats, please do take care when you open your overhead lockers, as items may have moved during the flight and could fall out and cause injury.
So he's not listening.
Make and receive calls. Use all data services on your
Edinburgh ground shuttle 97 Tango.
devices. Please check that you have all of your personal belongings with you before you leave the aircraft.
Shuttle 97 Tango, ground hello, check for stand 8 by Alpha Echo and Foxtrot.
Stand by 8 Alpha Echo and Foxtrot shuttle 97 Tango.
Assistance to leave the aircraft today. Please remain seated until the aisle
APUs available.
is clear and our crew will be on hand to assist you. Finally, on behalf of all of us here at British Airways and One World Alliance, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again very soon.
It was a bit of a rough landing anyway. Definitely a Ryanair landing that was. Performance has been pretty good tonight though. I'll give it that. So, round to the nose, to the right. Obviously we don't have GSX, so we're not going to have to get our usual marshalling. Round to the left here, and then we've got stand number 8. APUs available. Engine master 1 and 2 off.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross check, please.
Parking checklist, engines off, wing lights are off, fuel pumps off, parking checklist complete. So guys, thank you very much for joining us on this very short flight from Gatwick all the way up to Edinburgh. Apologies, it's not been as smooth as the stream's going. That's certainly helping a lot better. Hopefully I managed to sort some of these sim issues out, get GSX back up and working, and then hopefully we'll see you all again soon in another video. There you go guys, take care, hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.